Dating women with red pill awareness. What changes when you begin dating women and you are no longer blue pill? Well, some of the main things that change is you are no longer so smitten by her, right? You are no longer so mesmerized and engulfed in her aura, right? And in many ways, you become emotionally detached from women, right? You become emotionally detached from women where it just doesn't feel like it used to, right? As opposed to when you were blue pill and you were dating women, I mean, you would get so excited about a girl, right? You would be like, oh my God, this is the one. You would start listening to all these love songs. You'd be thinking about your girl and like, woo, I'm so in love with this girl. Oh my gosh, you know, she's so perfect. You know, she's not like the others. No, Walt. Right, but when you start dating women with red pill awareness, especially in the beginning, you're gonna go through a stage of bitterness, right? And it's called red pill rage, which is very common. It's very normal. It's nothing to get too alarmed about. The only time you would get alarmed about red pill rage is if you stay in that phase, right? If you don't cross over and just start accepting women for, you know, what they are and who they are. You know, it doesn't mean to hate them and be angry at them or to, you know, like bash them or anything like that. It just means that, hey, you know, this is what she's capable of and this is what she is not capable of. Okay, like a lot of guys who are blue pill, they think that their woman, for example, is capable of loving them unconditionally. And you know what? I've said this on my channel a number of times. I've gotten a lot of slack for it. Women cannot love you unconditionally. Okay? She cannot love you unconditionally. She cannot love you for who you are. She can only love you for what you can do for her. Period. Okay? Period. You know, and I stand by that. I don't care how many people want to hate, shout me down, try to shame me, try to attack, throw the ad hominem attacks, personal insults, you know, the name calling. Do it all day. It doesn't change reality, right? Women are not capable of loving you unconditionally. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? But when you begin dating women with red pill awareness, you will not pedestalize her like you used to, right? Because when you were blue pill, that's a big thing that guys who are blue pill still do. They pedestalize their women, right? They put them on this ridiculous pedestal. And in many ways, it puts a lot of pressure on the girl, right? It puts a lot of pressure on her to be this person that she's not, to be this like perfect, innocent creature that she's not. And a lot of times a girl gets a little resentful about that, you know, because it's like, hey, you know, why can't you see me for who I am as opposed to what you want me to be, right? And that's the thing about being blue pill is you see things for the way you want them to be versus how they actually are, you know, and this includes especially my haters who hate on these topics, men and women, right? They're getting angry at me because they want to see what they want to see versus what it actually is, right? There's a lot of mental immaturity with them. That's why they don't want to see reality. And it's like, it's almost like they're babies and they want to stamp their feet and cry and whine and yell and bang on their drum and like, no, I don't want this to be true. I don't want this to be true. You know, and part of being an adult is accepting the world for the way it is versus how you want it to be in your head, right? And this is why you see a lot of SJWs freak out, right? There are a lot of these freak out videos on YouTube of SJWs just having these meltdowns, right? And it's because they refuse to see the world for how it actually is, and they want it to be a certain way, which is the way they envision it in their head. Again, it's very narcissistic, it's very childlike, and it's very self-centered, right? It's very self-centered because the world doesn't work that way, right? I mean, I wish the world was a certain way too, But, you know, as a man with, you know, a little bit of maturity, I realize that it can't be the way I want it to be. It can only be the way that it is. And all I could do as a man is do the best I can to rise above it and be the best person that I can be regardless, right? Just watch your own backyard. And that's one thing I always teach in my coaching videos too, is you have to watch your own backyard. Quit worrying about what everybody else is doing and focus on your own backyard. Focus on growing your own harvest, your own plants, your own vegetables, right? Stop worrying about what your neighbor is doing. This is all in the Bible, by the way. You guys, even you guys who are not believers, you know what? The Bible is the most red-pilled book on the planet. Read it sometime, right? Because it talks about all of this in the Bible. It's very, very red pill. This is why so many SJWs hate the Bible, because they don't like hearing the truth, right? But at the end of the day, when you start dating a woman with red pill awareness, you're just not going to feel the same passion or joy that you did as opposed to when you were blue pill. It's just not going to feel as juicy as it once was, right? The meat is just not going to taste the same because you know what she's about, right? You know what she's capable of and what she's not capable of, like I said. Another thing about dating women with red pill awareness is you will no longer be so confused and in the dark about why she does certain things or why she doesn't do certain things, right? You will no longer be confused about certain behavioral patterns that she demonstrates that once baffled you, that once made you feel lost, right? It's like, does this girl like me or not? Why is she running hot and cold? Why can't she just like me for me? You know, that's another big one that guys who are blue pill like to say is like, oh, why can't my girl just love me for me or accept me for who I am? Because women are hypergamous. They're constantly looking for the BBD. And if you stay the way you are, which is likely some video game fat piece of shit, she's gonna be like, I can do better than this chump. I'm gonna go out there and go to Vegas on the weekend and try to find a high value male. Right? What do you want me to tell you? So when you date women with red pill awareness, your eyes will be opened. You will no longer be asleep. Like most guys who date these girls, like most of these blue pill guys, right? They date these girls, they marry them because they think it's the right thing to do. Next thing you know, these guys are being divorced, raped. She's taking the house, the money, the kids. She's emptying out the bank accounts. And then you're like left holding the bag wondering what happened, right? Whereas when you go red pill, you understand all that shit. You know that women, you know how the laws work these days. You know how the government is all pro-women. Nobody's helping us as guys. You become aware of that, and for the most part, you start straying away from anything that involves the government, you know, including marriage, right? You don't want any contracts between you two. You want to keep everything private for the most part, right? So there's a lot of benefits when it comes to dating women with red pill awareness. I mean, you really are able to protect yourself finally, right? You're able to make choices that are beneficial to you and are watching out for your best interests, and not so much, you know, putting this girl, your girlfriend, on such a high pedestal where you're pushing your own needs aside. Because when you're blue pill, that's something, you know, you tend to do a lot. You push your own needs aside to please your girl. You push your own happiness aside to please your girl. And when you go red pill, you realize that that's never a wise thing to do, because women won't appreciate that. She won't appreciate the fact that you're trying to make her happy, right? That's not how you make a girl happy. The way you make a girl happy is you make yourself happy first, and then by osmosis, she becomes happy because vicariously she's experiencing seeing you happy. That's how she becomes happy. You're not gonna make her happy by buying her a car, buying her a giant diamond ring, you know, buying her roses. It's not gonna make her happy. You're gonna need to make yourself happy first. You know, take it from me, I'm a dating coach, I'm a pickup artist. I'm still out there, I'm very red pill, and I'm still out there, I'm dating these girls, I approach them all the time, but I do it with red pill awareness. I know what she is capable of, and I know what she's not capable of, right? I know she can never love me unconditionally, yet I date these girls. You know, I have good relationships with them. I take vacations with them. I have fun with them, right? We go to dinners, we go to dates, we do fun stuff like that. However, I'm not doing it with my eyes closed, you know, like I used to. Now my eyes are wide open. Especially in today's times, there is no reason why you should be dating a girl without red pill awareness, right? Every guy out there, as long as you're actively dating, you should be learning this stuff, okay? You should be learning it, but obviously not getting stuck in the middle where you start getting angry and you start getting bitter because of the truths that you're learning, okay? Just accept women for how they are. Just like how I used the analogy before, if a bee were to sting you, right? You wouldn't get upset at the bee for stinging you. You would just realize, like, hey, this is just part of the bee's nature. You know, the bee stings. I almost said he, but only female bees sting, right? Pretty interesting, right? It's only female bees who sting. I think it's just more evidence that is transcendental from nature to humans. The thing about dating women and pursuing women with red pill awareness is you won't be acting like a thirsty beta male anymore. You won't be in such a hurry to please her. You won't be in such a hurry to like all her photos on Instagram, you know, to drop comments on her Instagram, on her social media like 24/7. You know, you won't be out there constantly validating her ego, constantly pumping up her self-esteem, telling her how beautiful she is, how, you know, how gorgeous she is, how she's a goddess, and how you would cut your right arm off for her. You won't be doing blue pill, needy ass shit like that anymore. Instead, you will be staying strong in your frame, and you'll be doing it by default, just because you know that acting blue pill and acting like a thirsty beta male will not get you anywhere, right? All it's gonna do is turn the girl off. So until next time, I'm gonna wrap up here. This is M from the 33 Secrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's very important you guys subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys do that. Okay, also share my coaching videos. That also helps a lot as well. But make sure you subscribe. That way, whenever I upload a brand new coaching video to YouTube, you'll be the first to find out about it. You'll be the first to be notified about it, and you won't have to kind of dig around and look for it. Instead, you'll be notified just as I upload it, right? So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill content I've been uploading lately even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s. Same exact type of women that myself and my students are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week, right? So right now the first month is only $1, right? It's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. Who can't afford $1? Okay, so take advantage of it. Take the risk, take the gamble, as we sit out here in Vegas, right? This is a city built on gambling. Take the $1 gamble, get into 7 Months to Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. Look at this, guy, the Venetian. Nice shot, huh? It's really, really early in the morning too. Okay, it's like super early in the morning. And I was out all night with my wing, and believe it or not, I'm still awake. I have all this energy. It's crazy when I talk to guys half my age and they're like halfway dead, right? They barely have any energy. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Wake up, you know? Wake up. Life is short. Take advantage of it while you still can. Until next time.